Welcome to All Change, the programme that puts design at the heart of the learning experience. Today we're at Christchurch Primary School in Birmingham, where we're going to be helping a newly qualified teacher make improvements to her Year 4 classroom.
Amy's teaching assistant, Fuzana Minas, is on hand to help out as John Craig cuts out the shapes for the boomerang.
I think the boomerang idea will help Fuzana because then she can section her group off away from the rest of the class. I'll focus on them, Fuzana will be behind the boomerang, if you like, working with her group so they're kind of still in the room but sectioned away so they can concentrate on what Fuzana's trying to teach them.
These temporary buildings are home to Christchurch's Learning Centre, which provides for both adult education and primary classes in a zoned teaching space. A parent governor runs the adult education courses, which are held alongside classes for children.
While parents are accessing training in the room, we have groups of children who are actually working in the other zones. And I think it's a positive experience for both children and the adults to actually see parents seeing the adult, the way the children are being taught and how they take on training in school, but also for children to see some of their mums actually taking part in community classes as well in their school.
Because you run a number of courses in here, don't you?
We do, yes. We have 3 programmes running at the moment, ESOL, Holistic Health and Beauty, and the Driving Theory course.
So John, this is the famous boomerang.
The famous, difficult boomerang. Simple really, isn't it? The idea is, obviously with the wheels on it, the casters on it, is so they can move it around the room as a kind of a divider, but as well as the divider, also it's bookshelves. So, of course, as they whiz it over, a bit of boomerang, it'll come straight back to you.
I didn't actually believe it was possible, having seen the drawings, but you've done it.
So far. Wait till you see the other side, it's even better.
Deputy Head Teacher Anna Bolson took charge of repainting the windows. She's stenciling an inspirational slogan and viewing portholes which will allow children to see outside. New displays start to go up, and John Craig needs a decision on Amy's new storage unit.
If we've got our wardrobe, like so, what kind of wardrobe? Because Amy's going to have the top, and the children hopefully have the bottom, so I need something like that.
Yes, that's great, yeah.
You're happy to go along with that?
Yes, let's get the job on the way.
So Helen, what's this room used for?
This room was, well, it's the deputy's office. It was my office. And believe it or not, this was my desk. I used to put my computer on here, over by a socket over there, and work from this.
You're joking.
No, it was. It's also used by our foundation children. That's the 3 to 5-year-olds. And we could have a group of about 20 children in here working. As you can see, all the displays on the wall. So at that time, nobody else can use it as an office. It's also been used for some mentoring groups as well. It's just a nightmare. There's even a fridge over there.
And you're that short of space that you have to use this room for that many different things?
Yes, yes. We need to use every little bit of space we've got.
You've got everything in here. You've got a fridge, you've got a filing cabinet, you've got
a sink, some hoops.
But you need all these things. You need the fridge and the sink for your foundation year.
Yes, there's nowhere else they can put it, and they're going to use it for making ice and doing things with the children. So I've inherited that as well.
Just a bit of a problem area all round.
Yeah, terrible, terrible.
The use of large indoor spaces in schools is becoming an increasingly important design feature, creating communal areas and light. We've been to visit a Dutch-speaking school in Woking, Prince Willem-Alexander, where they've incorporated a large atrium in a primary school design. Prince Willem-Alexander School in Woking was built in 1992 by the oil company Shell to provide for children of its Dutch employees. It delivers a Dutch curriculum in a purpose-built environment designed by British architects. Several staff are British.
Can you make sure you're going to go in a straight line? And go. All of you at the same time.
At the heart of the school is this atrium space.
The atrium is a device for moderating the climate in this country, allowing children space inside the building, which is light and airy, warm in the winter, relatively comfortable in the summer. It also acts as as a chimney for the ventilation system in the school. The warmth that's generated in the atrium rises, goes out through the roof and draws air through the classroom, so it's a natural ventilation device.
It's used as a kind of meeting point for pupils and parents, especially of course in the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. And also when teachers have certain activities in certain classes, it's also a kind of meeting point to start from the atrium one, go into, for instance, a library or the ICT room.
English language teaching takes place here, in a space flooded by natural light. It's a very open school and very light and very airy and very fresh, and all the downstairs classrooms have direct access to the garden or the playground, which is actually very nice, and in the summer some of the lessons can be taken straight outside. And I think that helps to give quite a free atmosphere in the school, a disciplined but free learning environment. The library was built oversized to provide both for the school and for the growing Dutch community who have been attracted to the working area. And the architects put child-scale features into the classroom designs to help pupils feel more comfortable.
The child scale is represented by the edges of the atrium, which are low relative to the rest of the building, the size of the spaces themselves, corridors just the right width, not too wide, not too narrow, to make the children feel comfortable yet not bump into each other. Elements such as windows and doors are also designed to be child scale.
There's a very nice atmosphere in the school, I think, because of the space, because of the light, and that's very important for our education too. It's not only teaching, but also the atmosphere in the school is very important.
A new storage unit will provide space for Amy Dutton and her Year 4 pupils.
John, how's it going?
It's going well, actually. I mean, this unit is now up. I'm just going to work out to get the doors on there, and then we're going to get that painted. Interactive whiteboard has to go up on the wall over there, and then, of course, we've got a colour code where the reading area is, and also the maths area. I think it's going to be pink and black. Over here, we started with the display units. This is the science area, what they're about to learn, what they're learning, and what they have learned and not to forget.
Now, the windows are quite different. Tell me about those.
Well, there's some frosting, that band of frosting that's going right the way down the bottom. Within the colouring, rather than just leaving it blank, we've done some inspirational lettering. And then it's tidy up time and dressing time, and everything will be done and dusted.
And bringing the boomerang in.
The boomerang, yes, that's to come. It's still being painted at the moment.
NQT Fiona Henderson painted the boomerang, which has shelves for learning resources. And two Christchurch dads put together a book storage unit for the reading area.
What do you think of what we've been doing here?
I think it's absolutely a brilliant idea. I mean, like what's been happening at the moment is absolutely superb.
And your child's going to be using this room next year?
Yes, my daughter's going to use this classroom, She's year 3.
And what do you think she'll think of the new colours?
Yeah, she will be happy. I'm very sure that. And I'm happy for as a parent also.
And it's great to see parents coming in and getting involved in this kind of thing.
It's a good project, really. We are very, very delighted to be part of this, really.
Delivering an inspiring science curriculum can often mean using equipment which demonstrates the complex structure of plants and animals. Here are some ideas for teaching aids which might help bring your science lesson to life. There's a huge range of products available to help students with observation and visualisation in science. This is a cheap way of getting up close with creepy crawlies. This allows students to see what happens under the soil. Microscopes for primary and secondary use. These tunics show your insides. This model shows the effects of disease. Charts and posters need to be bright and clear. This logger has software to help process data. Large scale can help understanding. And seeing blood flow can bring the heart to life. The British Educational Suppliers Association have a code of practice which their members comply with. You can find details of all these products on the Teachers TV website.
At Christchurch, books for the reading zone are being sorted, and some artwork for the boomerang.
Yeah. We're going to print them off, use them to do your own drawings, and then we're going to print out your digital photographs and stick them onto your drawings.
You've got that.
There was a great community spirit right across the weekend to get the new zoned Year 4 classroom finished on time. John Craig did have to crack the whip a bit, mind you.
I hate to be an ogre, but we've still got paint to finish. All these displays are going to be done, all the furniture and everything displayed out. But Amy's classroom, it's got 1 hour to do.
The room provides Amy and her class with a brighter and more functional space. It's going to be much easier for groups of children to work in separate areas of the room, and the boomerang divider gives additional flexibility. The reading area has been tidied up and its displays made clearer. And the lowered whiteboard is in a much less cluttered visual field. Zoning the wall displays has made them a more effective learning resource.
John, you've done it again. It looks great. How did it go?
Actually, a lot better than I thought. You always think, oh, this is going to be quite a tough one. Because, of course, it's 4 rooms in one, really. And I think the whole idea is to break each section of the room down so the children can identify the numeracy, the literacy, the science, the reading areas. Because it was very cluttered before, and it was trying to sort of try and take a lot of that out so the children could actually focus on their particular section of room.
And you've had lots of help this weekend, haven't you?
Yes, everybody jumped in to help, you know, from the school governor to, you know, the children were even here. They were going around clearing up after all the mess I was making. They all had their sort of part to play, and they played it really, really well. Whether it be painting, whether doing the displays. I mean, Amy was the boomerang behind, of course, all the artwork, the kangaroos, the children's photos. There's just too much to remember, really.
And you couldn't have done it without them?
Not at all.
At the heart of the design was the reconfiguring of wall displays to produce a purposeful learning environment. The room was transformed with a budget of around £600. A colourful book storage unit was installed. John Craig built the low-cost cupboards. And the boomerang didn't break the bank. Nor did the functional window decoration.
So, Amy, if I had a clothes peg with your name on it, would I be putting you on the sun or the cloud after this weekend?
Hopefully on the sun.
Do you like what's happened in your room?
Yeah, I really do. It's made big changes, really big, especially now we've got a definite science area, definite literacy area, a numeracy area, and the reading corner.
And we've given you some new storage as well.
Yeah, storage is great. Somewhere to store my things, the children's things. It's great.
And the room divider, the boomerang, is that going to make a difference?
Yeah, it's fantastic because it'll help, especially my teaching assistant, work with her focus group while I have the rest of the class, or me if I want to focus with a group. So just keep that group really focused and concentrating.
And Helen, what do you think of it?
I think it's absolutely fantastic. I particularly like the windows over there. I mean, it says, our world, be inspired. And when it's daylight, they're going to be able to see the sky and the trees, which will be absolutely wonderful. Really, thank you ever so much. This has made a huge difference to this room, and it's given us great ideas for the rest of the school.
And thank you. If you've been involved in a recent design project or would like help transforming an area of your school, All Change would love to hear from you. You can contact us through the Teachers TV website, where you'll find details of today's programme. We've had a great time at Christchurch School. It's goodbye from All Change.